Hmm. Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night: why has Xander Avant returned back to LA on the boat in the beautiful? And that is not how you spell it. Why? Hmm. Stress again. Okay, good. Yes. Why has he returned back to LA? I don't know the whole backstory. I know he does blame Thomas for Emma's death, so maybe that has something to do with it. I'm very curious. Also, not to mention, B&B seemed like it was a little bit more diverse back then, but I'm going to sit there and save that talk for I don't know when. But yes, let's sit there and do a quick roll call and get this started. Yuan's in the chat. Spiderquake's in the chat. Rakai's in the chat. Monique is in the chat. Monique says Xander is a roadblock for Taupe. It's a test to see can Hope still stand with Thomas. And Makai, what's good, Makai? Or Meat Cobb. Juan, how you doing tonight? Okay. B&B was still better in my opinion. So, um, Days wasn't. I mean, General Hospital wasn't bad. So, Jacqueline, how you doing again? Thank you for joining. And Denise, you have been missed. How have you been? How have you been? As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Jacqueline, it is good to see you again in the live stream for a second time. And Denise, what is good? Juan says Emma was Hope's friend. Yeah, I heard that he ran Emma off the road for some odd reason. Laura B's in the chat. Kyrie's the one and only. Just finished watching your J's review. Nina is vindicated, if vindictive, but Sunny's no angel either. You said in your video, why would Olivia want Sunny with someone like her? Sunny knows better than she is though. I'm a disagree with I'm a agree to I gotta disagree with that. Denise said, have missed you as well, but all is good at the moment. I've been good. I've been good, Denise. I've been good. I cannot complain. Darby was good. Denise says Finn couldn't even handle Sheila. He gave her hope with him hugging her. So now, since he became Eric's miracle worker, he's putting his chest up. Yes, I can see that. But my whole thing is, like I said, I'm like, hmm. I just look at it. I'm like, what kind of lying, deceitful woman that she is. Why would you not say anything? Like you don't want to ruin his happiness, but like you really think that's I don't get that. Duan said Thomas didn't run Emma off the road. It was texting and driving. Oh, okay, all right. And Darby said I saw in a flashback that Emma was texting while driving, which caused the accident. Oh, okay. Well, and why the hell? Okay, so okay, wow. And why does Xander sit there and think that Thomas has something to do with that? Harry says, I can't believe you're trying to throw your woman under the bus, except the obvious you want him out the way. That is actually very true. Kyrie, you're too smart for your own good. Why'd you have to sit there and say my plan in front of everyone else? By the way, people in the chat, Kyrie is also doing his live stream tonight. So Definitely support my guy Kyrie's. One says drama. Where we at? Okay. All right. Let's see. We playing that game. Yeah. No. It's good to see you, Denise. It is. Okay. So we got 4 likes. Got 18 people in the chat. So if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. Jacqueline says, I think Leo wants to get Johnny in a compromising position to blackmail EJ with pictures. There has to be some sort of reason. I'm like, Sloan, just tell the damn truth at this point. This is ridiculous. Blackmon, how you doing tonight, Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ? Cherry Skin says I fell asleep while GH was on. Well, according to somebody in the chat, GH was like the most riveting show. Um, I thought it was average. Darby says Xander is trying to pin blame on Thomas rather than himself, who knew about the baby switch weeks before Thomas did. Yeah, I heard that's somebody in my comment section just said that's why he got fired because he knew about the secret but he didn't say anything. I'm doing pretty good, Blackmon. I am doing pretty good. Um I didn't have that insomnia problem. Hopefully, honestly, tell you the truth, hopefully I can start sleeping again naturally. I've been taking something for the last past day, 2 days to sit there and help me sleep. So I don't know. Every now and then I get like bad insomnia, and see tonight I can't afford to get bad insomnia because I gotta wake up around like 3:40 in the morning, nearly 4 o'clock. So, Duane said, "Yep, he's down to just wanted to protect Zoe." Yeah, I gotta really do that whole. I gotta really sit there and do some research on that. Mrs. Bumblebee, do you really think Trina and Spencer are going to get married in 2024? It's possible. It's possible. Miss Bumblebee, and let's everyone say hello to Miss Bumblebee. Dolly was good. Laura B said yes, Mike. Okay. Somebody else. Darby says, did anyone catch constantly remembering John's? Yes, I forgot to put that in my review. I forgot to put that in. It was not a good memory. I forgot to put that in my review. Glad you brought that up. And last day, 3 days in a row. Well, I know you've been busy, so it's good to see you, though. I'm glad to hear that, Dolly. Ronnie Ron, one and only. Cheyenne, they need to make better storylines. I can agree with that. Damn. Okay, Duane. Kyrie said people blame Thomas because Thomas was racing behind Emma, but she was texting and driving and looking away. He saw her crash and watch her die with a smile. And oh, okay. Okay. Well, I mean that's kind of sadistic, but yeah, okay. I can see. I can. Okay. Hmm. Lakeisha, good to see you again. It's good to see you again. Um, did anyone actually like Y&R today? I didn't do a review on it. I'm I'm thinking about okay. I'll say this in the chat and then I'll put it in a poll maybe. I'm thinking about um combining the reviews. Like Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful. Because sometimes Bold and the Beautiful is not really that long. And I'm like, you know what? Listen, I'm watching Bold and Beautiful. I'm watching Young and the Restless. I could just sit there and make one video on both of them. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Let me know in the chat. Last I says 2 days. I made it twice. Yes, I've been busy. Nah, but it's good to see you. Though. I know life, has gotten you busy and stuff. So it's always good to see you. I wasn't surprised that Patch and John kidnapped. Yeah, Ron, I feel like they need to come up. I feel like they need to come up with a new name for kidnap. If you're a grown ass adult, Billy says, I still can't get over the fact that B&B decided to bring Xander back out of all people. Harry says, nah, keep them separate. Sometimes people don't watch both of them. Yeah, yeah I thought about that as well. Yeah, exactly. Dolly abducted. Yes. Terry Skinner says, I don't want to see Trina and Spencer get married right now too soon. Yeah, they are pretty young. Yes, you bring up a very good point, Carice. I think it's time Thomas finally answered to what he did to Emma. What did he do to Emma though? I don't understand what did you said that I think it's time Thomas finally answers to what he did to Emma, which was what? I'm curious. I wasn't watching it back then. The key said wait, B&B bring back Xander. I didn't he leave town with Zoe a long time ago? Yeah. That's what I'm wondering. What is he back for? What is his motive? Now, Lakeisha says, I agree. Thomas should pay for what he did to Emma. What did he do to Emma? Jonathan, what's good? What did he do to Emma? Ron says, and Constantine had the balls to say he isn't leaving. The nerve of this clown. The nerve of this clown. Oof. Blackmon said Thomas knew that Beth was Hope's baby. Hmm. Yeah, that's true. Those damn Logans. Thank you, Duane. Thank you for reminding me about those Logans. Last day said Thomas, in my opinion, at least caused Emma's death. How? I'm curious how. Johnson says Thomas ran Emma off the road, causing her to crash. See, okay, so now I'm hearing two conflicting stories because you had Kyrie Smith there saying that she was texting and driving, and she wasn't looking at the road, and that's what caused her to go off the road, not Thomas. But then people are just saying like you, Thomas. Last day says he drove, he drove her off the side of the road. Okay. Ron said Thomas didn't do anything to Emma, in my opinion. Yeah, gotta say it. Gotta say it. I gotta remind people, about the Logans. I gotta emphasize it. Okay, I can take this. I gotta do it at least once in the stream, Lobby. If I don't do it once in the stream, it's not normal. Johnson says actually this time it's that damn Forrester. Hmm. Lakeisha Thomas definitely ran her off the road. Had a disgusting grin on his face at the side of the accident. I'm gonna have to look in. I'm gonna have to look into that. And says it bothers me when people false flag people's channel. Well, yeah, yeah. But don't worry about the last day. Okay. Marsha. Decide. Okay, Albert decided to jump in and put my opinion on Thomas. Thomas was chasing Emma and caused her to have a wreck. Hmm. Okay. Well, one is it's good to see you, Marsha. Marsha. He's a hypocrite. Emma was texting and lost control of her car. Yeah, that's Terry said he did not bump her car. I saw her texting and driving. Like they said, he watched her die with a grin on his face, but he didn't cause her to crash. Two conflicting stories. Marsha said he was cold blooded and didn't try to help. Well, okay. I mean, the not trying to help part, that's as cold as it sounds, he didn't have to, but I'm wondering about the driving the part driving somebody off the road though. That's what I'm wondering about. Because says I hope with this Emma storyline we get to see Justin on screen again. Believe she was his niece. Oh, Johnson says, do you think Thomas could end up getting arrested, and do you think Justin could appear? That's a good question. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Like he said, Kid didn't bump her, but he was chasing her. Harry says, but he was really evil about it. That's why people still hate him for it. He smiled while she was dying. Yeah, love it. I'm just as I'm just as lost. Duane says even Brad Bell said Thomas didn't do anything to Emma. She was texting on her phone. Last says that Thomas was chasing Emma down the road. Then he blasted his headlights as close as possible to her car, which caused her to crash. Hmm. Okay. Darby said, so did Anna on GH and everyone cheer for her while she got rid of Peter? Yeah, they did. Very good point. Marsha said Thomas knew that Emma was going to tell on him about Hope's baby. Hmm. Now Lakeisha said he could have helped. He could have called for help, but chose not to. Hmm. Dolly says, "Yeah, it's not cool to be calling people names, Ron. Let's keep things civil. We here to have a good time, and yeah, like I said, 2024 is gonna be a lot different. Gonna be a lot more stricter. So Dolly says she was texting and driving because she was trying to frantically contact Hope about her baby. CW, it's been a minute. John says, whatever the case may be, it looks like B&B is giving us. Yeah, listen, Jonathan. I'm with it. I am with it. Mikhail says, I'm so glad we can now go back and watch full episodes of B&B here on YouTube. I will go back and rewind this in the storyline this weekend. I'm gonna try to do that as well. I'm gonna try to do that as well because I wanna say if he was chasing her, he was using his high beams. If he was chasing her and using his high beams on her, then yeah, he did actually do that. Then Farias can say, speaking of New Year's, what was your favorite and worst storyline on the soaps this year? That would take me a minute to really sit there and get into it. I mean, I've liked the Eric storyline up until a point. So I'll sit there and say maybe the Eric storyline. There really wasn't a lot of stories. Like General Hospital. General Hospital was the Ava stuff, like Ava getting kidnapped and Dex and Mason. That was cool in General Hospital. General Hospital. Hmm. Why no? I gotta sit there and say the Jordan stuff. The Jordan stuff was actually really good. Can't think of days yet. I gotta get back to you on the days stuff though. Marsha said Emma was a sweet, young, beautiful woman. He was using his high beams on her. Okay, well then that changes everything then. Yeah, I get that, Ron, but let's not call each other names, though. That's what we're not going to do. We're not going to sit there and call each other names. Let's keep it about the soaps. We're not doing that. So, and I'm not a person that's going to be repeating myself. Marcia says a beautiful black woman. Uh, Lakeisha said to slightly change the subject. I hope Alex gets his day on days. He's really aggravating me with his stink attitude. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. His arrogance, Lakeisha, his arrogance like there's no tomorrow. Hmm. Ron, watching that part just really kind of reminded me how much um watching that part just reminded me how much I can't stand Nicole. Billy says, so this is funny. I just tried to look up Thomas chasing Hope on YouTube and got a bunch of Thomas wow. I'm gonna look it up. I'm trying to look that up. Darby says, and she bent down to get the phone while she was driving at a high speed. It's her fault. She didn't stop the car to get her phone. So about okay. You know what? I'm gonna have to sit there and see what's going on. Juan says Emma was okay. She was like Nicole from B&B. I don't know who Nicole is, but I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look this up tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna look this up tonight. Bobby says now Lois knows that Ned lied and her interest is peaked. Now it's anybody's guess who will expose the truth. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, was Xander's ex-wife? Okay, CW. Last they said B&B in 2019 was so bad, it's quite possibly the worst year in soap history. I'm gonna watch that part though. I have it on my phone, so I'm gonna watch that part before I go to bed. Darby says the flashback was in today's episode. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, yeah. Maybe it happened so fast, and maybe I have to go back and look at that. But I also have the episode right here, so I'm gonna look at that as well. See, sorry, but thank you for letting me know because hmm, I don't know, I might have missed it. Ron says, "I bet you're going to have to look it up yourself. That Thomas is not responsible." Yeah, I'm gonna look it up, man. I'm gonna look it up. And we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, like Johnson said, I'm. They're gonna give us some stories, so I'm very excited for that. Um, Johnson says Nicole is Xander's cousin and Zende's ex-wife. Crowley says Nicole was also a surrogate for Rick and Maya's baby on B&B. And B&B must have really been something back then. I'm very curious why they're revisiting this story now, though. I'm very, 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 very curious. That's why I'm asking, um, why has Xander returned back to LA? I'm very, very curious about this. Very, very curious. Monique says Cyrus is the wrong person to know what Nina did. Now she got three people blackmailing her at this point. Nina, exactly. It's ridiculous at this point. I'm like, throw yourself at the mercy of the court. Burbage says wasn't. Yeah, I heard. That's what a lot of people are saying. Marsha says, I love B&B several years ago. And Lakeisha says, where's Rick? Character? That's a good question, I guess. Carrie says, Fenn was out of line. If Thomas do go dark again, he might beat that blank. Yeah, he was out of pocket. It, and it was just unnecessary. It's like, well, you're not going to talk to your sister like that. Like what? Like what exactly? Like how a brother would talk to his sister if you're having a disagreement? CW said bringing back Xander is a waste of time to me. I just see as a way to make Finn pick up where that moron Liam left off with the hating Thomas wagon again. This is so tiring. Last they said B&B was actually good until Brad Bell decided to have Steffi sleep with Bill. That's when B&B went downhill. Dollar Bill. Ron says, okay. They're revisiting the story to test Hope and Thomas. Ron says Albert Finn needs to stay out the effing way. I mean, Ron says Albert Finn needs to stay the F away from siblings. Thomas should have knocked his damn teeth. And Gary agrees. Billy says I saw Nicole and Maya from B&B were involved in one of the greatest cliffhangers in soap history. Sounds like a fun time. Queen Jess is in chat. What's good, Jesse Jess? Oh my God. Oh wow. Thank you, Queen Becky D. Thank you. If you are not a member, this is definitely a time to grab one. Becky D just blessed the chat with five members. Five members. Oh, we actually have 39 people in the chat. I didn't even realize that. Jackie B was gifted. That's what's up. Laura B was gifted. Exactly. Becky D is the goddamn rock star. Cheyenne was gifted. And yeah, I know I have not actually um, pronounced your name right, but I will get it eventually. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And happy holidays to you too, Becky D. Thank you so much. And have a good night, Marsha. It was really great to see you. And Laura B is a member again. That's what's up. Yeah, no, Denise, Becky D is just amazing like that. CW says I saw Finn defending Steffi as overreacting, totally unnecessary and completely stupid. I agree. Darby says Finn is being hated for being a two-faced POC. Pop? I don't know what Pac is. Joanna says the thing is Steffi wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong. She wasn't. Lakeisha said, did Felicia and Kristen return to town for Eric? I did. I saw that Dawn did. No, they didn't. There's nothing he can do to stop him. Or did, okay. Um. Oh, piece of crap. Thank you, Darby. Thank you. Monique says Finn came in during the end of the conversation with Steffi and Thomas. I get him wanting to. Johan, how you doing tonight? I get him wanting to defend his wife, but what was going on between them was none of his business. Yes, and I agree with that. And how you doing tonight, Johan? Big Nate, what's good? Darby says Steffi wasn't wrong, but her approach was. Yeah. Now, Duane said Taylor would have said everything Steffi said. Yes, she actually was before they decided to, fire Kristen, Allie. Billy says being close to Liam wreaks havoc on Steffi's mental health too, but Thomas doesn't try to push him out of her life. Hmm, good point. Good point. Very, very, very good point. But yeah, CW, Duane, Nate, they're average. B&B was actually good today. Monique says in that case, Bill should be held accountable for what he did to risk throwing him out of the plane and setting um structure building on fire. Lobby says firing Chris Nally was a bad move in my opinion. Yeah, yeah, it was. They exactly Black Man. Yeah, they did it to save money. They did it to save money. That's what it came down to. They did it to save money. Last day. When you gonna get back to when you gonna get back to videos? I know you've been busy and stuff like that, but hopefully you get back to making some content on YouTube. He was getting some numbers. He was getting some numbers. Okay, so I still will take Finn over Liam any day. Liam has become increasingly unlikable and grimy. Yeah, I heard about that, Dolly. Yeah. Ron says, I understand that Thomas is grown, but Steffi is right. Be concerned because Hope is like her mother. Harry says, I'm sure that Finn can beat up Liam, but I don't think he will beat Thomas, though. Well, time will tell. I guess we'll see. Monique says, it's like I gave you the bullet to a gun, but you didn't shoot the gun. Don't know if that makes sense. Mhm. CW says, hopefully they could continue the firing trend and Liam stays away. Talk about a happy new year. Damn, people really don't like Liam. Have a good night, Denise. It was great to see you. It was actually really good to see you again, Denise. Ever since they had company closed buyers asking about Eric, but not have a phone call from Taylor. Yeah, I thought they were divorced. Akeisha. Hmm. Yeah, I keep forgetting, guys. Nick is the Antichrist. Last says Albert. Honestly, I don't think I ever going to do another Bold and Beautiful review because they're not talking. There's nothing to talk about. But I will start doing WWE. Okay. Well, I look forward to your videos then. Last day, I get the whole B&B thing, but it'd be cool to actually have you back doing videos. Yeah, I don't get that either, Duan. Well, Ron, there's nothing wrong with a little loving in the afternoon. Robbie says, I don't think Hope knows what she wants yet. It'll be a big mistake. Yeah, actually, tell you the thing is, he already made the mistake. Hmm. I don't know, last day. I can't jump on that bandwagon. And Jesse Just is back. What's good, Solomon? Billy says if the Foresters were really concerned about Thomas' mental health, they would have encouraged him to seek real therapy and not just have a Skype session with his mommy. Yeah, and I agree with that. CW says, from what I've seen, from what I know, if the Newmans overlook what Claire has done, it will be the yeah, because they don't sit there and give what you call it that chance. Adam. Lastly says everything hope is a mistake because the woman doesn't have the capacity to be an adult. Okay. I see that you still do not like you don't like you don't like Hope and yeah, I get it, Carius. You don't like Nick Newman. I got that. He's the Antichrist. Ron says I would choose Liam any day because this clown Finn is no good. Jesus, wow, Carius. Jess has actually found Felicia interesting today. Yeah, they actually had her do stuff. I mean, that's the thing, Jess. It's like Felicia's not a bad character. They just need her involved in doing stuff. Monique says Ridge played a part in Thomas not going to jail. He covered it up. So how come no one is coming after Ridge? Besides, yeah, they did say that. They did say that. But yeah, Jess, when they actually give her stuff to do, it's great. I think that's usually always been my issue though. Carrie says, "How would you feel if Elizabeth left the show?" Fine, actually. I mean, the thing is, she's a great actress. I wish they would give her more stuff to do that's really interesting. It's kind of a waste. So, okay, yeah, Darby, yeah, I get it. You think that Nick Newman is the Antichrist as well. Okay. Becky D said, "Hey Albert, did you know in 5 days you will be having members for?" Yeah, it's surreal. It's. I'm very grateful, Becky D. I'm very very grateful. So, but, Becky D, thank you for being part. Thank you for being a part of the membership. I appreciate you. I really do. And what you did tonight was awesome. So thank you again. Ron says, Albert, what did you think when Constantine talking to Ish about he can't move? And I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Like he said, how it's been no good when Liam purposely manipulated. Oh, okay. Harry says, I feel bad for Albert. He always defending such a deplorable man like Nick Newman. I know. I can't jump on that bandwagon. I mean, I get people don't like him, but that's cool. I respect that. I agree to disagree. Becky D said, "Congratulations, you done well, Albert. I'm happy to be here." Well, thank you. I'm very grateful that you're a part of the members. I really do. It's like one of the many reasons why I call you Queen Becky D. Last says IBS whole wannabe Marilyn Monroe haircut doesn't make any. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the haircut. Not a fan of the haircut. Yes, thank you, Becky Dean. Solomon says I might miss something, but I thought that Michael and Laura Varinu thing came a little bit out of left field today. Yeah, I really didn't care about them to be honest. Like they were, and now you got Heather that's going after Daniel, and Daniel's being a scumbag for kissing her back. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Juan says I stopped liking Nick when he cheated on Sharon. Okay. Harry says Albert is on Nick like Queen Jess is on Joss. Actually, I'm not. Trust me, I am not. Not even seriously. Do not even put us on the same level. Trust me, Jess. I know you was pretty much kind of giving me nightmares for like 2 days. I was like, oh damn, okay, she's really angry at me. Jess was giving me the smoke for the whole weekend. Lakeisha says Nick is very ridiculous, but I wouldn't say he's the Antichrist. That's going too far. Well, according to some of the people in the chat, okay. See, now I know you're trolling, Kyrie. Now I know you're trolling. I mean, by defending him, you mean not jumping on a bandwagon? And I guess sure, but I don't know. Last day says Nick makes Liam look like a saint. Honestly, uh, I don't know. Uh, I respect your opinion, I guess. Just say yep, all the smoke. I know. I was Actually, tell you the truth, I was just honestly tell you the truth, I was just speechless at that point. Johnson said, just put on the live action. Do you like it so far? I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I want to watch it because I kind of grew up watching that show. So let me know what your thoughts are. Don't spoil it for me because I do want to watch it though. It pains you to acknowledge his flaws and his many, many wrongdoings. It really doesn't pain me to acknowledge his flaws. I don't. I don't even know where to start and what's wrong with that comment. What's good, Dave? Johnson says I enjoyed the first episode. Now I'm on episode two. Hey, is that you guys? Wow, really? I mean, okay, that actually kind of gives me some hope then. CW says Nikki's kiss has done all kinds of crap, and she's willing to overlook it, but Adam doesn't deserve that kind of grace. Claire literally helped ruin her many, many years of sobriety and poisoning her. Yes, yeah, I get that. And what's good, Mr. Bear? And here's the thing, Kyrie, because this is why I know that you're trolling. I've called Nick out when he's done stuff that I felt like was out of pocket, and you know that. You know that I've called Nick out when he's done stuff that's been out of pocket. I don't think that people understand, so I'm gonna sit there and repeat myself. I haven't watched the show as long as other people have, so it's like Liam. Everyone sits there and says Liam is this, Liam is that, Liam's the third. Cool. I've only seen him a couple of times since I started watching it. So the stuff that he's done hasn't been as out of pocket for me as other people because y'all been watching it longer. There we go. Harry says, I don't remember, so call him out again, please. Nah, I'm good. I got videos for that. Just go back and watch one of my videos. But my point is, Kyrie, I do call him out just like I call everyone out. Just like I've called Sunny out, just like I've called Carly out. And you're trolling at this point, Kyrie. Darby says I finished it, but I won't spoil it for you. I won't spoil it for you, Jonathan and Albert. I'm glad you actually liked it. I mean, Darby, did you actually watch the cartoon now? That's the thing, Darby. Did you actually watch the cartoon? I don't know if you actually watched the cartoon now. I grew up watching the cartoon. That's why. Someone says Danny was mad that his mom was trying to go after Danny yesterday, but then he goes and kisses Heaven. Yeah, I know. I'm like, that sounds like kind of a scumbag thing to do. Kay says, see, you never call him out. Nope, you're defending him like DC does. Okay, guys. Oh, Doug, you watched both? Okay, all right. Yes, you watched both, and Jonathan watched both. So I will definitely take your opinions. I will regard your opinions very highly. Then I wanted to watch it for a hot minute. I'm still watching the last bit of Rebel Moon. CW says Claire gets instant forgiveness for saving Nikki's life, but Adam saves Faith's life not once but twice, and he's treated like the ultimate. Yeah, yeah, right. No, I knew that was most likely going to wind up happening. I did. I knew most likely that was going to wind up happening with Paulina. Well, says that Thomas is basically doing his best to change, but Hope is stopping him from being a good person. She's like kryptonite. He needs to let go and move on with his life. I don't even have a comment for that. I mean, I do agree to some extent that Hope is using him, knowing how strongly knowing how strongly Thomas feels about her, but she's so caught up in what she wants that she doesn't like. Um, she doesn't really. She has no disregard. She has no regard for Thomas's feelings as a whole. Knowing, I mean, granted, yeah, she keeps telling him, "Hey, listen, I don't know where this is going to go, but you're doing this because you care more about your self gratification." So I can agree on that level. Now, Lakeisha says no one can stop someone from being a good person except for themselves, and that I agree. That I agree. That I agree. You can't, as much as you don't like, as much as you don't like Hope, you can't sit there and blame everything on her. It's like blaming pollution or the economy on Hope. You just that's kind of a stretch at that point. Darby says, I found it funny that we can share common interests and other things, but we always act like the North and South in this B&B Civil War. Hmm, I don't know. Maybe it's just a guy thing. Maybe it's not a Logan thing. Maybe it's just a guy thing. I mean, granted, at the end of the day, that's not the woman's fault. That's our fault. That's made a flaw. Last day says Hope has no respect for how Thomas feels. Also, I don't want to be mean, but Hope is not that attractive. I'm sad she's not exactly a woman I would fight to have. So there's nothing. Okay, so just to kind of make it very clear, there's nothing you actually like about Hope, right? Ron says Albert Bradbell said that he doesn't care what anyone says. He's going to do what he wants. It's his show, and the viewers can complain. Won't change. I'm kind of with that. I mean, here's the thing: you can't please everyone, so I get that. Lakeisha said this baby storyline on Days needs to wrap up ASAP. Sloan is so delusional and having too much audacity, and I agree with that. And she's letting Leo bankrupt her. I mean, her damn card was declined. Do you have any idea how embarrassing that is when your card gets declined? Eric was like, "Hey, listen, I have to sit. I told the cashier that I'll pay her tomorrow." Now with Sloan Anaconda Pearson. I kind of like the Desperado one a little bit better, but Juan said, "Do you know the actress that plays Hope can sing?" Oh, that's what's up. Like he said, "What do women see in Eric?" His looks, because it's damn sure not his bank account. Anthony, how you doing, buddy? Just went to the library today. I'm doing good, Anthony. How you doing? Anthony, the number one YouTuber. Yeah, that's a lot better, Jonathan. Desperado Pearson. Let's be honest, she's desperate as f. Um, Lassie says yes. There's literally nothing I like about Hope. I like the old one. She was a lot better. You like the old one because of the actress, or you like the old one because her character changed? Which one is that? Duan says, all right, I guess Maxie gained like magic, Duan, like magic. Just snapped her fingers and it just came right back. Harry says, Days Eric don't look nowhere near as good. Mr. Brennan just felt the need to say that. Okay. But still, CW says B&B has become more like the daytime version of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Well, it is fashion. Lakeith said, yes, he is very handsome, but come on, son. No way I'll go this far to be desperate to be with a man, especially not a jobless. Don't start lying and trolling. Well, here's the thing, Kyrie. She looked cute. You know, I like the hairstyle and everything like that. You know, she ain't bad. Ron says whole dress like the little house on the prairie. Hmm. Jobless. You, you know, Lakeisha, the fact that he said that he was going to do career changes, like that was an option. Like, bro, you're giving less money. You know what I'm saying? You're contributing less money towards the baby. You spent this saying like, oh, I guess it's time for a career change. Johnson says, I wonder how everyone will feel if Eric is Chance Knuckles who was playing him again. Um, that he's just another good-looking bum. I think that would be. I think that would be. Yeah. Velázquez says mostly the old Hope Kim was much better as Hope. She was more believable. Yes, Hope was a little bit less annoying. She still had a bad moment, like the way she treated Wyatt. Well, last thing, let me ask you a question. Do you actually have something against the actual actress, though? Like, do you just not like the actress? Like, just in general? Blackman says, let Greg Vaughn continue to play. Well, of course. Ron says, Aubrey, you're not demanding that Shirley don't take birth. Well, you know, Ron, I don't really do a lot of demanding in general. Um, Unless in certain areas, I'm not going to sit there and say what. But Harry says, and she looked like she did indeed lost. Okay. You know what, Kyrie? I may actually have to look at that again. I mean, no, don't get me wrong, Becky D. I think that Maxie's a beautiful woman. Here's the thing: I've never actually said that Maxie was not beautiful. I've never once said that Maxie's not beautiful. No, Ron. And unless in certain situations, I don't really do a lot of demanding. When they says Xander only for that one day, so are they trying to make Thomas go back dark again and do the whole I told you Thomas hasn't changed? Maybe. Johnson said Jen Knuckles. A lot of people want him to play Batman. Um, him and one other person, the guy who played Elijah on the originals, they want him to also be Batman. Her says, yes, you have. Many times you rated her a 4. Not in the. Uh, I can kind of. You might kind of got me there, buddy. You might kind of be there. Yeah, Lakeisha, I could as well. Last day says the current Hope actress. I just don't think she's talented, in my opinion. At least she only do one thing, that's cry. But I'm her, talking about her acting abilities. Maybe she's a great person. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Yeah, she was cute. She was cute, Spider Pig. She was cute. Well, there we go. Yeah, she was cute. The thing is, I can't even sit there and correct Kyrie's on that because when it comes to his memory, it's like Kyrie's is just like on point. So I can't even argue with that. Okay, if you say so. Until you give her the genuine appreciation she deserves and mean it. Well, you make a great sparring partner, Kyrie's. Yeah, all right. Well, I agree to disagree, but I respect your opinions on Spider Quake. Ron says, "Aber why did John and Steve let Constantine see their faces?" Um, they would have they would have he would have recognized their voices, so it wouldn't have mattered. Black Mom says the current Hope acts her butt off, especially when she slapped the crap out of Flo a couple of years ago. Harry says, "I know you, so I'm going to be a long time. I know you, so it's going to be a long, long time before that happens." Do I would pick Hope. Don't get me wrong, I love thick women, but I would pick Hope though. Harry says, "Okay, that's okay. I'll be patient." Last day says, "I don't her personally, so I can't speak on who she is as a person, just the character she plays." No, I can respect that. I respect that. I'm just making sure I'm just making sure you're able to separate the actress from the actor because some people can't do that. Monique says Holt's been controlled by her mom too much on how and what she should feel for Thomas, where she can't really make a decision on what she wants because she's constantly caring what others think. Yes. Carrie says, I know Abby would choose Maxie over Donna Logan. Yeah, okay. Well, then you clearly don't know me then. Vicky said unpopular opinion, but I miss Gabby. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. That might be an unpopular opinion in the chat, but there's a lot of people that actually do hashtag free Gabby. Okay. Um, there's actually a lot of people that do like Gabby. I remember when I did my reviews when I first started, and I went hard on Gabby, and people was like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. She makes the show interesting. You haven't really been watching. So you don't know. You don't know what you're talking about." I'm like, "Okay, Blue, first, calm down. Go take a look out. Go take some fresh air. Get a therapist. Like, calm down." Lastly, it says, I don't know why people can't do that. It's like it's not their fault. Yes, and I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm just, that's what I was asking you. Donna Logan. Ryan says, at least you and I agree that Hope is just using time. I mean, she kind of is, Ryan. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of is. Oh, damn. Okay, darling. Now, Monique said, I guess new haircut on Hope is supposed to represent her empowerment as a new woman and taking no ish from anyone. Well, that's damn sure the wrong way to go about it. Harry says, sure, in public you choose Donna, but if you were alone with both women you choose, then you clearly don't know me then. And you clearly don't know me. And I also feel like you're trolling too. Lakeith says something about Donna's face bothers me a bit. You know what? I'm not even gonna sit there and say what I'm thinking. Brown says, I know you were hoping that Kayla was going to tell Pauline that she was. No, actually, I was not. I was not going to sit there and tell somebody that's over 50 that I hope that they're pregnant. Last says we can all agree that Hope is using Thomas as a human. Well, yes. No, Kyrie Suck, you just turn on the heat for that. It's called just turn on the heat for that. See, like I said, Kyrie's is just. Okay. I'm gonna come up in your live stream for a little bit before I go to bed. Johnson says, why not B&B will not be on. Oh, are you serious? It will not be on tomorrow. What? Jonathan, why won't it be on tomorrow? Yeah, exactly, Ron, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. Harry says, well, I changed my mind on one thing. I no longer want Ava Drawn to have a baby. Her factory is closed. Well, yeah. Ah, okay. Hmm. Interesting. Well, thank you for letting me know. Hmm. Blackmon says, I hope they don't have Thomas and Hope recreating the 70s and 80s blank shot where Hope was dreaming about Rod. Oh, Blackmon, listen, that scene was so funny. Every time they put that scene on, I was laughing so hard. Thomas says, not gonna lie, I haven't looked at Kristen Stars in a minute because I don't watch GH, but the person that plays Trace and whatnot probably would not go that far. Not go that far. Monique says, anyone seen a couple? Somebody said that yeah. Did anyone actually see the couple Color Purple yet? It's not the type of movie I would watch, but yeah. Okay, so okay. Thank you, Johnson. Just Days and GH. Okay, that's interesting. Oh no, seriously, but thank you for letting me know, though. Harry says Ava Jerome having a baby will be boring anyway, and she drinks too much. She ain't carrying. Yeah, I can. I don't see that reason. I don't see her having a baby for other reasons, but yes. Tracy says yes. That's what I got purple. They did. What's good, Tracy? Now Becky D says, "Well, I'm a lot curvier than Hope is, but See, I feel like I want to have a. I feel like I want to ask an inappropriate question, but I'm not going to do that. I nope, 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 nope. I'm not. Nope. You know, Whoever said we're having jokes, I were just jokes. No, 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 not that. Oh no, the hell I did not, Becky D. I just I had an inappropriate question that I decided not to ask. And trust me, Becky D, I did not miss that. CW says, Albert, since I wasn't here, what did you think of Tracy Lucy wore yesterday? It was crazy, CW. I just didn't like Lucy bringing up Luke. I felt like that was kind of a low blow, but other than that, I actually did like it. It was classic good soap stuff. Monique, how was it? Ron says, Albert, what's the difference between passes and rest and repeat? Because one is a show about supernatural creatures, like about witches and warlocks and stuff, and the other is a show that's more grounded in reality. Um, that's your opinion, Spiderquake. I don't agree, but I respect it. Don't really know why you actually have to put everything in caps, but Darby says, "Don't invite us for a tour of that cesspool you call mine." I did not, but I was part of me still sitting there thinking about it. Laura said, "I agree with you that Lucy mentioned Luke was a low blow." Yeah, it was. It was. It's just like I said, I'm cool with the sniping back and forth, but I was like, well, damn, that's like that was just evil. That was yeah, that was no, that was just heartless. Perry says Lucy got checked and chewed out by Brooklyn yesterday, and I loved it. See that part, I was cool with it. Just as why does Lucy want to hook up Tracy and Scott so stupid to get her money? To get her money. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that. Becky D. I was just it was just never usually that mean spirited. Johnson says Stephen John interrogating Constantine was interesting. Yeah, it was, but Jonathan, I did ask the question. I was like, why are they going so hard? Like Constantine didn't actually do anything yet. Like, yeah, okay, he's being a little kind of sneaky and a little kind of sus or whatever, but Steve and John acting like Maggie got took for like 30 grand or something. I'm like, y'all going a little bit too hard. Obi says I realized I wasn't there for that stream and didn't say that. Yeah, no, I remember you being there. I felt like it was a little. Ron says, Albert, are you mad? Because I'm no, Ron, I'm not mad about anything. What would I be mad for? No. I have to tell you, if I wasn't even sitting there thinking about that until you said something. First says, please, Tracy, don't want Scotty. She'll go Greg. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, Kyrie's. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Miss Bumblebee says, "What really happened in Spencer? What will really happen in Spencer Cassidon's future?" I have no idea. They may sit there and recast the actor because he is going on another show. So He's going to be doing the Netflix thing, so who knows how long he's actually going to be. Who knows if he's actually going to be back. Carrie says Steve needs to have this energy with Clyde. I agree. Duane says, I can't believe either Lucy or Scott think they can outsmart Tracy Quartermain. Well, if the show can make Tracy stupid, then yeah. I mean, they did that with Peter for everyone else. Johnson says, one time I imagined the actor who played Eric on B&B playing Victor on Days. I don't see that. Maybe it's me just because I'm just like, Eric is so nice and jolly. He's like Santa Claus. Johnson is taking veg. Okay. Being concerned is one thing, Ryan. Kidnapping this man is entirely something else. Trying to run him out of town is entirely something else. I feel like they're going a little bit, too. I mean, the best you could sit there and do is talk to Maggie. She doesn't want to listen. It's like until he actually does something that's super out of pocket, they need to kind of bring that energy down a little bit. And like Kyrie says, Steve needs more of that attention with Clyde as far as but of course, Abe's not gonna say anything, so all right, sounds good, Kyrie's. Kyrie's will be live streaming at around 9:45, so definitely come through. Juan says Lucy and Scarlett end up and yeah. Wouldn't be the first time. Would not be the first time. Now, Monique says, I was hoping for more an Thomas and Fink confrontation because the spoilers made it seem like they were going to have full blown argument. Always makes me wonder, did they fudge a little bit of the previews? Johnson says Victor was an interesting character on Days. There were never, nope, never, 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 never. There were certain things that Victor said that I was just like, Victor was one of those people that just said things and just like he wasn't sugarcoating stuff. And I think that's what made it so interesting. When he actually had a heart, he was being nice, he was being kind because that was the definition of a very complicated character. So yeah, he was the definition of a complex character. And I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. Hmm. He'll be back on his live stream at 9:45. So he's just taking a quick quick break. He was just taking a quick break. Where are we at? Okay. Okay. 24 likes. Okay. Cool. Um. Yeah, I'm interested in this. Lucy and Scotty kind of plotting to get Tracy. To take her for her money or whatever. Classic soap opera stuff. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I imagine that they're gonna probably make um Tracy dumb because Tracy's not the type of person that would just fall for anything. Well, Peter was that they're getting one over everyone. So one of the many things I hate when they do in the show, they'll dumb down characters to just says Olivia is a fake as why? Why is she fake? Ron says I would Tabitha name her child Endora after her mother. Yeah, I remember you told me that yesterday. I remember Despite what some people say, I actually do have a somewhat good have a somewhat good memory. Somewhat good memory. So yeah, I remember that. But you trying to act like why can Tabitha do something that Sheila can't? I'm like, they're on different shows. Like one show isn't even really based in reality. Just as because she's keeping that secret from Carly, who she said is her second best friend. And see, and that is, and I said that. I said the same thing. I'm like, Olivia knows that Nina isn't exactly, isn't exactly a good person for what she's doing. And to sit there and say, well, he's happy. Okay, but he's happy with a person that's, you know, I don't want to sit there and say crappy or anything like that, but if she's willing to sit there and turn in Sonny's mother his children, how much of a good person could she be? So why would you want your childhood friend with a woman like Nina? And the same thing with Michael. Michael's like, oh well, I'm doing this because my son is happy. I mean my father's happy. Yeah, but he's happy, somewhat of a terrible person. Just exactly letting her husband take the blame too. Yeah, I can agree with that. But just when Lois finds out that it's Nina, then it's going to just be ridiculous because now you're going to have four people that know what Nina did. Nobody says that's what makes me so mad at Alex. He may have Victor's money, empire, but he doesn't have his mind at all. Cruelty, compassion, in regard that makes a man as great as Victor Kiriakis. Yeah, he's. It was mad at the top of me, which I after her mother read that. Just as exactly, I imagine four people not saying anything. I'm going to be so annoyed. It's bad enough that Sarah's involved for no reason. Yeah, you see the conversation tomorrow between Cyrus and Nina. Which again, at this point, three people know the secret. What are you doing? But yeah, it's ridiculous at this point. No, no, Duane. No, she doesn't. But I feel like eventually she's going to find out because the curiosity is going to get the best of her. She's gonna find out. Then you have four people that know, and then it will just be ridiculous at that point because there's just really no excuse for that. There really isn't. I mean, all in all, I was sitting again. I GH was average today. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you. Yes. So I got 36 people in the chat. So, and it does really help. Oh my effing god, this is taking forever. Just says desires no Nina too. Like, why does he care? It's a damn good question. Thank you. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. Okay, we still got 24. So, um, I said the same thing, Darby. Well, here's the reasons that people have actually gave why Lois is still around, Darby. She needs to be a mom to Brooklyn. She's pretty. She has nice nails. She's my favorite. Those are the reasons that I've gotten because I've said that Lois has been a waste since day one. Um, Johnson says it looks like Cyrus is going to start blackmailing Nina tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be effing ridiculous at that point. Duan says Cyrus is doing the Lord's work. Yeah. Aubrey says, I hope with more people knowing that secret would not drag out that much longer. Yeah, but there, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Tracy says, LOL, she does. I mean, she does, but like, that's not a reason to sit there and keep her on the show. Duan says Lois is pretty. Yeah, she's pretty. Um, it's just like they've given it now. For me, they just given stupid reasons of why she's still there. So I mean, there are people's reasons, but I don't agree with them. Tracy says Lois' character used to be on point. Now she is just there. Exactly. Exactly. Johnson says and Cyrus is going to want to use Nina to get dirt on Sunny. And probably her dumbass will probably wind up doing it too. Barry says if Lois was my guest, she would have already won out her welcome. If I was Olivia, don't turn your damn. No, I don't think that she's on contract. I don't think she's on contract, Lobby. Joyce says Lois ain't got no boyfriend. Apparently not. A boyfriend or husband, girlfriend. Monique says in the words of Bill writers, writers keep on using me until you use me up. Is Thomas and Hope. Becky D said at some point, hopefully they will write something juicy for Lois to be in the middle of. Let her take out Nina. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't around for Lois. People always sit there and say she was a great character. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But if they're not doing, and granted, they did sit there and say that she was going to be a supporting character. So, but they still need to put her in something that's interesting. That's the problem. Have a good night, Monique. It was really great seeing you. It's always a pleasure. Darby says no boyfriend for 30 years for Lois. Yeah, it's kind of hard to sit and believe somebody that pretty and attractive not actually have a boyfriend. Tracy says I think they're about to give Lois and her mom a storyline with the butler. Hopefully so, because the last one was disappointing. The last one was a little bit. The last one was disappointing. Um, well, Lorby. Hopefully it's another one. But like I said, they gave her one with the boyfriend. I mean, with the butler and the mob guy, and it was so dumb. It was, Ron says, Albert, next week Holly is in the hospital and then Tata's arrested. Also, Brady and Teresa are going to be pissed. Well, next week? Hmm, that sounds interesting. Hopefully, it's a new story, Laura Bean. Hopefully, it is a new story. One can hope. One can only hope. Well, as fun as this has actually been, I do got to sit there and wrap up this live stream tonight because I got to wake up at a horrible time in the morning. But I do want to thank everyone for joining now. This is actually a lot of fun. Um, thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate everyone for making this live stream so fun. Thank you so much. Again, thank you, Becky D. You are awesome. You are a goddamn rock star. And I really do appreciate you. So, Darby says, stop showing off your cooking skills for Albert. Monique, don't. Darby, we all know why that food didn't come out so good. and it starts with the letter J. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. So Melinda's so pretty, and yes, she doesn't have a man. I don't even have a comment for that one, Ron. I'm gonna talk to me about that tomorrow. Have a good night, Black Mon. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. Have a good night, Queen Becky D. Have a good night, CW. Thank you again, Becky D. No, I appreciate you so much. Really, really do. So thank you again. Have a night, Laura B. Thank you for joining. Tricia says, sorry, I'm a little behind. Yes, that's the line, and I'm talking about is it that you're saying was so dumb. I haven't. Oh, I'm sorry for. I'm, I'm sorry for spoiling it for you, though. But you may like it, though, Tracy. You may like it. Have a night, Laura B. Have a night, Darby. Sure, Albert, Blaine, Miss J, like last. But it's the truth, though. I know it's the truth. She knows it's the truth. Listen, Darby, she agrees with me. Okay, Darby, she agrees with me. She agrees with me. Ask her the next time. Ask her next time that she's in the chat. Becky D says, good night, Albert. Yes, thank you, Becky D. You have a great night. Thank you again. Ron says, Albert, you're still blaming Jess for your bad cooking. Well, I'm not blaming her. I mean, you know, she was the reason. And she agrees. Just agrees. She does. I can speak for her for that. Debbie says Jay does not agree with anyone. Well, she agrees with me on that. But yes, have a good night, Duan. Thank you for joining. Tracy said 2024 is coming up, Albert. Get to have a clean slate when it comes. Yes. I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna make something good. I'm gonna make something good next year. This time I have to sit there and plan it out. So, and when I do, I'm going to shut everyone up on that. Everyone who kept me there cracking jokes, I'm gonna shut them up on that. But yes, have a good night, Tracy. Have a good night. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Dave, Anthony, Spiderquake. And if I didn't say good night to you, you know exactly who you are. Yes, there you go. Have a good night, Dave. Good night, Queen Jess. Tracy says, no, you didn't spoil it for me. I mainly watch now just because I know you're gonna okay. I don't know. It didn't really do much for me, but well, it didn't really do much for a lot of people, but thank you, Tracy. Thank you for always being in the chat. I really do appreciate it every time you come through. Yes, have a good night, Duan. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Tracy says, LOL, I'm not blaming her. She was the reason. No, I get that. No, I'm gonna blame her. And she agrees. Just agrees. All right, everyone, have a great night. I will see y'all tomorrow in the next live stream. Laters.